But I mean, for the finish, or for say your clients, in the sense of what is considered a stress, what are some of the signals that say your clients are bringing to you that this is me, I am stressed about X, or my body's responding this way?
Well, that's it. It's really responding. You really feel it in your body when you're stressed. And of course, the reasons, the causes are just, whatever. It's a huge amount of different sort of like triggers. But basically, when you think about stress, it's really about, to me, it's one of the biggest things is that people are not really living according to their values. That's one thing. Of course, there are situations in life that, just, cause stress. But if you talk about really like a long-term stress,
yeah,
then one of the biggest things is that, people are not, first of all, they are not aware of their values. What is their hierarchy of values? And
okay.
then
That's a good point.
not able to live according to their lives. Values. And that's one of the biggest things that I've taught to my clients to get rid of the, especially like a long-term stress. According to Mikhail Csikszentmihalyi.
Okay.
That's a good name to remember.
For me to
very easy to spell. But he was the director of psychology in the University of Chicago, and he's like the biggest expert in flow, the state of flow.
Okay.
And there's with that, he's saying that, the biggest reason for sort of like a burnouts and stress is really that, the resources that we have are not adequate to the requirements of whatever tasks or jobs we have at hand. So
okay.
If that continues for a long time, that, we don't have all the resources, whether it's the skills or enough time or whatever, that are matching the requirements that we have, now in the long term, it really causes a lot of stress and at the end, burnout. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that definitely. So give me an idea from a coaching. So you're, as a coach, what are you doing? What are you offering to your clients?
What am I offering? I'm offering help, I guess. I'm offering coaching.
Yes.
Well, basically it is that, I coach people, and sometimes, companies as well, but not that much really, people to achieve their goals or desired outcomes.
Okay. So tell me about this book that you have written called Your Own Blue Ocean. What is it about?
Well, Your Own Blue Ocean, it's I'd like to call it somehow like a concept that covers the issues that are more or less essential when we are making changes in your life.
Okay.
So whenever you want to change something in your life, there are different things that I cover, and usually it is somewhere along. It could be. It's very rare that it's in each and every of those sort of factors, but making changes to those things that I sort of describe in the book, then I could say pretty much guaranteed that those desired changes can be made.
Okay.
So I sort of walk through those things that I do with my coaching clients, starting with, the first question. So what do you want? Which, by the way, is surprisingly difficult question for a lot of my clients.
Okay. I was curious. I was going to ask, is it 50% of your clients generally are coming with that "what do I really want" question unanswered?
Well, they think they have an answer to that question, most of them. But when I start to ask it, really, then they find out that, they don't get it. So you need to give your brain instructions, clear instructions where you want to go.
Yeah.
So we usually start, I always basically start. I always make sure that whatever the desired outcome or goal is, that it's well formed.
Yeah, with those goals, do you look at it, do you work on their goals first, or do you look at their values?
It depends a little bit. It depends. basically, you know, if the person is really, really stressed out, like I've had some clients that, you know, so I ask them usually, I always ask them, what do you want? That's like the first question in one form or another.
Yeah.
But sometimes they say, I don't really know. Then I go straight to the values. Because when they get clear about their values, what is important to them in their lives, then through that, they usually start to also get really what they want.
Okay.
So once they really are aware, okay, so this is what is important to me in my life, then that usually triggers latest that, you know, how to really set the goals and what do they want? What are the desired outcomes?
Where they want to go. So question on the values. Again, like people knowing what they want, do they know what their values are, or is that some exercises, some work that needs helping them focus on? And again, are they their own values, or are they values that have been?
Roughly, I would say 2% of my clients know what their values are.
Wow.
So
okay.
No, they don't.
Okay, so values is
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, it is. But I didn't know them. I mean, that was a great big revelation for me when I, you know, when I did this thing for hierarchy of values. I mean, that really cleared a lot of things for me. And also, I've had a lot of clients that, you know, it's like, whoa, like I had this one Finnish rock star who's really, really also, you know, famous in the German-speaking Europe, and he came. I had like several meetings with him, but we did. Was it the first or second meeting we had? We sort of like sorted out his hierarchy of values, and he was like, "Man, this is one of the major things that I've learned in my life." And he was like, "This is huge." And then he continued. Then why don't we teach this in our schools?
Okay. So if somebody is saying, I would like to understand my values better, do you have some examples of some key questions that you could share that might leave the people that are watching us today that might think, go, I've got a couple of questions I need to ponder over my cup of coffee or my ice cream sandwich or
of course, first of all, you know, in the book Your Own Blue Ocean, it's really, I have like a very clear details how to do that. But basically it is like the first question is, you know, so what is important to you in your life? Okay. And you just jot down whatever the answers are. Usually people get somewhere around 4 to maybe 10 different things, you know, could be family, could be money, could be health, whatever. A lot of different things. And that's like the first part. Then that's basically still the easy part. What I do after that, I sort of dig in deeper. I take each and every value. Let's say like, okay, somebody says that family. That's like first in the list that I've jotted down. And I say, okay, what is important to you about family? Why is family important to you? And then let's play a little. What would you say? What would you answer? If you say, okay, your value is family. So I ask you.
Yeah, so if I said for mine would be family, to me, if I look at it, I'm thinking it's my family, but then it's also, say, for my son.
Yeah, but why is it important to you?
Because when I get old, I want to be, if he chooses to have children, I want to be the coolest grandma in town. Ooh. So that my grandkids come around, because that grandma's got more stories to share.
Okay. Now then I would continue. So why is it important to, what is it important to you about being a cool grandmother?
Well, I want, what is family? To me, it's a place where we exchange love. And to me, it's a different type of family love. Yeah. And then which to me is more unconditional love. And then there's relationship love. But to me, within that family, I want to create that space that regardless of whatever happens, it's a safe space. It's a place of love and support.
Okay. Then I would ask, so what is important to you about love? Okay, you don't have to answer that, but that will continue. Okay. Usually when we come to things like love, which is sort of abstract, it's not like it's something you can touch, it's usually the end of that line of questioning. Or if they answer something that is already on the list that I jotted down. Okay. But basically, I keep asking, so what is important to you about that, whatever the answer is? In that way, we dig in deeper, and usually not always, but usually we get one or two additional values that were not on the original list.
Okay.
And funny enough, when we then do the hierarchy of values, quite often those that come out after digging, they appear quite high on the hierarchy of values.
So they were almost hidden.
That's one way really to dig in deeper, because that's not like in the surface. So when you go into deeper, that's usually something that's stronger, like underneath.
Cool. Okay. All right. Well,
so once we've done that, then we do like by comparisons. So we compare. So which one is more important to you, this family or wealth, let's say, and then we continue to take like the hierarchy, and that usually when we've done that and the clients look at their hierarchy value, I've got a whiteboard that I write it down. They're like, "Whoa, that that's amazing," and that's where big sort of like ahas usually come out.
Excellent. Okay.
So then I ask, so are you really doing in your life those things that support your values? And if they are totally stressed out, the answer is pretty much nope. No, I don't.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Okay.
So that's why I think your values are really, really important.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, I look forward to enjoying your book when I go on holiday. Yeah. But is there anything else you'd like to share with us on this sunny day?
Well, then, when we think about this, why are people not achieving their desired outcomes? So when we've done that, then usually the next thing we come up with this is the beliefs, limiting beliefs. And that's the huge thing. I think in general, the goals goals are well formed, then the values, and then the beliefs. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
And it's how to detect limiting beliefs. It's usually, I mean, if let's say somebody says that, okay, I want to live a stress-free life. Then we go with all these things, and I'll ask finally, okay, so what has stopped you in the past from living a stress-free life?
Exactly.
And whatever the answer is, there usually comes a lot of different kinds of beliefs. Something like, okay, I can't because blah, and that's a belief.
Yeah.
So then, when we find out about those limiting beliefs, then we start to do all kinds of magical tricks to change them. And I'm sure you know about them as well, because you have this energy alignment method, which is obviously very, very good method to change beliefs.
Yeah.
So it's really about first, finding out what those limiting beliefs are, and then how to change them, and whatever works. I think that's like one of also the NLP things. So whatever works, do that. And if it doesn't work anymore, do something else.
Exactly. As we look for coaches, or we look for something that says, okay, I'm ready to make a change. I need to learn to look at my current life and go, I want something to change. And as you're saying, then what are the goals, and how clear am I on what my goals are, but the values that are behind it, and then acknowledging those unhealthy beliefs and finding the tool that removes those unhealthy beliefs.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
But there's so many things that people have found help, yoga, meditation. I love meditating as well. It has helped me a lot. All kinds of things.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.